Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors forward is making undeniable case for new contract. There were few individual storylines to take from Tuesday night's meeting at Chase Center, with the Golden State Warriors comfortably taking care of the Charlotte Hornets as fully EXP expected. The Warriors shared the love with 7 double-digit scorers in the 128-92 victory, with Buddy Hield leading the way with 16 points on 4 of 9 3-point shooting. The biggest individual aspect from the game may have actually come in the final 15 minutes of garbage time, as some of the end-of-the-bench players got an opportunity. Kevin Knox too hasn't had a genuine rotation chance with his new team after signing a 10-day contract, but certainly made a strong case for more opportunity in what was a mightily impressive final 15 minutes. The former 9th overall pick hit a pair of threes and had arguably the play of the game, leaping high for a one-hand alley-oop thr. Ow down dunk from a Guay Santos pass that initially looked too high for him. Knox stuffed the box score in his limited minutes, finishing with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 2 blocks on 4 of 7 shooting and 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. More so than just the offense, it was Knox's length to block a couple of shots that certainly raised eyebrows and a potential of getting more minutes moving forward. Knox's 10-day contract will conclude later in the week, but it seems like a fate compelled that the 25-year-old will be sticking with Golden State. Beyond that, the Warriors could sign him to a 10-day contract or just cut out the nuisance and sign him for the rest of the season. In fact, the question isn't about whether Knox should get another contract with Golden State, it's whether Steve Kerr should give him some legitimate rotation opportunity alongside the team's key players. That chance may dissipate with the imminent return of Jonathan Kings, but the talented forward could still miss Thursday's matchup with the Magic in Orlando as he recovers from his serious ankle injury. Of the current rotation, Santos is clearly the most obvious player that could make way for some Knox minutes. The Brazilian has been good and a limited rule off the bench, and you'd imagine Kerr wouldn't be overly keen to adjust a winning formula that's seen the Warriors win 3 games since the All-Star break by a combined 84 points. Even without a push-up into the main rotation, we should fully expect to see the franchise sign KNX to another contract before the week draws to a close. Window Suns are going to trade Kevin Durant in off-season. The Suns continue to slide down the Western Conference standings, having lost 9 of their past 11 games after starting the season 8-1. Phoenix is currently just 27-31, 2.5 games behind Sacramento for the final playing spot in the West, in addition to several blockbuster trades, including arguably the most stunning deal in league history. One of the big storylines of this season's deadline was Phoenix's near trade of Kevin Durant to Golden State before the 2-time Finals MVP essentially nicked to in-season reunion with the Warriors. While he took the trade rumors diplomatically, Durant admitted he was blindsided to see his name surface in reports, considering the Suns have the most expensive payroll in the league and have been a major disappointment this season. It's only natural that they're almost certainly going to be actively looking to retool their roster in the off-season, even before their recent run of poor play. Multiple reporters indicated Phoenix would likely revisit trade talks involving Durant this summer, particularly if the rest of 20,242 did not go well. ESPN's Brian Windhorse has speculated multiple times post-deadline that Durant and the Suns are likely to part ways this off-season, and Durant hasn't exactly shut down that speculation. Appearing on NBA Today on Wednesday Twitter video link, Windhorse once again predicted that Durant will be on a new team next season. The 36-year-old is entering the final year of his contract, which will pay him $54.7 million in 25-26. They're going to trade him, Windor said of the Suns and Durant, and he knows that there's been a couple opportunities where he could have criticized them for trying to trade him. He has not done that. He has been very professional about this, and I expect that to continue throughout the rest of the regular season. Windor made his comments on the he of Durant appearing on Draymond Green's podcast, which he co-hosts with former NBA guard Baron Davis asked directly by Davis if he wants his career to end in Phoenix. Durant sounded more ready to move on than anything else. Twitter video link: I want my career to end on my terms, that's the only thing Durant said. Hat tip to Kurt Helen of NBC Sports: that's the only thing I'm worried about, 'cause I see a lot of dudes that don't get opportunity, so I want to keep putting in that work to make that choice on my own. But as far as the Warriors, I didn't want to move. I get why the Suns want to trade me. Simple F. That's just business, but for me, looking at it, we can just play the season out, and if that's the decision you want to make in the off-season, then we figure it out. But if I can stop the Warriors trade, then why not? Durant went on to explain that it was important and to him to finish the season with the Suns, saying he was committed to his coaches and teammates and that he wanted to see it through. Expect Golden State Warriors to make overlooked trade this off-season as the Golden State Warriors push towards the NBA playoffs with a new energy. Since adding Jimmy Butler, they've been wildly successful even without one of their better players sidelined since January 4. Jonathan Kuminga has averaged 16.8 points, 5 rebounds and 2.2 assists this season. He has also shot 34.5% from three-point range and 45.9% from the floor, having the best season of his young career. However, with Bolter in town and signed to a 2-year extension, the Warriors don't really need another wing and could possibly use their bird rights and WRST refusal to orchestrate a sign-in trade. According to insiders close to the team, Butler is convinced he and Kuminga can coexist and bring out the best in each other. I went into the locker room in Chicago the other day and he was immediately calling me over like, I love this guy, I love to watch how he plays because it's like power driving, recounted The Athletic's Anthony Slater earlier this month, describing an interaction he had with Butler shortly after the trade. The Warriors can match any offer Kuminga receives this summer, and teams like the San Antonio Spurs, Orlando Magic and Indiana Pacers will be chomping at the bit to add him if the Warriors can make a deal for the likes of Harrison Barnes and draft picks Benedict Mann or even Naz Reid from the Timberwolves to add more size. Flipping Kuminga is a no-brainer thanks to the NBA's bird rights rule. The Warriors can simply sign Kuminga without taking a hit to the salary cap if they don't have any suitors. There's no denying that he is an immensely talented player, and the Dubs could very easily have 2 winning options this summer. And you fan, what do you think of Jonathan Sigan's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.